Welcome to Being at Home with George, and I'm excited to be here, excited to once again create the possibility of being able to say yes to everything, embrace it, and generate the hope so that I have the power and the will to do what I want to do with whatever comes up, how to relate to it in a way that leads to more peace, more stillness, more wisdom. And so I was thinking and reflecting on my current situation. It's been really busy 2 weeks with the book launch and whatnot. It's not that I'm not busy all the time, but what I noticed, or what I've been noticing, is that I need and I want more stillness, more silence, more space, because I've been out there so much and so busy. I need more of that stillness and silence. And it's interesting because reflecting on my experience, I remember recently I was talking on my cell phone in a busy place with a lot of activity and noise and clutter. People were crowded into a small space. And all of that was removed because I purchased these noise cancellation earbuds. And I also have, these is what I use on the plane to cancel the sound of the engine and all of the background talk. And it was amazing that these things cancel out that noise, and it removed me from the clutter and the crowdedness. And that when I was in this crowded space, I could hear myself, hear the other person, and all of that noise and clutter was blocked out. And so after the call, after you hang up, I still had the earbuds in, and it was this ability to experience, get a taste of the stillness, the silence, the spaciousness, or space to be. And it's interesting because when we can get rid of the noise and the clutter, we're able to not only hear ourselves, but hear the still small voice just easily drowned out. And this is part of the process, that we need a strategy to cancel the noise and the clutter. And when I can hear myself and when I can be still and come out of that silence, there's access to creativity and wisdom. And so the real question is, so how do we do that? That we have these devices that help us get a taste of it. So what I'm committed to is taking time, finding opportunities for me during the day where I know we talked about pockets of stillness. We could call those pockets of stillness, silence, and spaciousness, or having space to be. And so I have to plan that and really consider it. Some of us like to go out and walk on the beach or get out in nature. When I was working in the corporate environment, I used to make it a habit of walking at lunchtime. So getting out of the office and walking at lunchtime, I felt this spaciousness and this ability to I would be with somebody and we'd be having a conversation with my friend that I would walk with, or I had several friends that I would walk with. But it was something. And in the old days when I used to run, I'd be out running by myself, and there was something about getting in touch with that stillness, that place of rest that Joseph Campbell talks about. And we have that inside of us. So we have to develop these strategies of just taking time and just pausing, maybe getting away from everything and just being with ourselves. And maybe one of the things I thought about doing was putting on these noise canceling devices and just sitting somewhere by myself and just being reacquainted with the silence and just being still, the stillness, and then the spaciousness, so that this space, because right now in the way that we operate, there's so much clutter and noise, there's no space to be or no space to create anything new. It's just too much stuff. And as you know, if you have a blank canvas, anything's possible, versus having a canvas with all sorts of things in there. There's no space to be and create. So internally, talking from a physical, a mental, and emotional point of view, I have this need to really find more pockets of stillness and silence and space so that I can really just be with myself and feel myself, hear myself, and have access to that still small voice that has the wisdom and the creativity. So this is what I'm offering. I know last week I talked about a place of rest, but once I rested and started resting, I started thinking about, oh, wouldn't it be nice if I could have noise cancellation as part of my toolbox, where I can get to a place or figure out how I can be someplace where there's stillness, there's silence, and there's space, even space for me to just hear myself and be with myself.